Guys, we are here at the Louisiana RetroCon, and I found it. I found it. What's good, my pack rats? Pac-Man Case here with another video about the Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 is literally the only console that I've collected for the last 3 years. Now, I've bought things like tchotchkes and I've bought other video game related items, but the Nintendo 64 has truly been the one video game console that I have done my primary focus on. And if you guys have been following the channel for a long time, you know that I didn't have very many left. And in fact, as the recording of this video, I only had 2 games left to complete this entire collection. And when you're doing a collection of the entire North American release of the Nintendo 64, eventually, it's not just finds anymore, it's a destiny. I was fortunate enough to be invited out to the Louisiana Retro Convention. It is literally about 40 miles outside of New Orleans. That's right, we are talking about the Bayou. I didn't know what to expect in going out there. I didn't know what I was going to find. Commonly, when I go out to these conventions, I will find things that will, again, be adjacent to the Nintendo 64, whether it's boxed controllers, boxes, promotional VHS videos, those types of things.
How did you come across this?
I came across it on a guy brought it to my store.
Okay.
And he brought it in, and I had never even seen it or heard that they had a salesman rep.
Yeah.
I guess Mattel is the company that made the Power Glove.
Okay.
And so they had people go around and try to sell them. And it was funny because it had the game. Because no one had a game to use.
Yeah.
So you had the game with it also.
Yeah, because the glove ball is arguably the best game for it.
The only thing that halfway works.
Yeah, true. True. And it's still a super cool piece, but this is for a grown-up's hand.
Grown-up saying it's a salesman rep sample to go around to get the stores to order it.
And you showed me that it had the box with it too.
Box, paperwork, all the stuff's in there.
That's
TV
insane.
attachments.
But not the games that I'm looking for, because I've gotten down to such a narrow scope. So to be able to find this specific game was absolutely nuts. As you guys know, I've been looking for one of 2 games on the Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 games that I was missing was PGA European Tour and Super Bowling. I found PGA European Tour, and it's probably the cleanest copy I've ever seen. Is it time to pull the trigger though? Let's find out. The Nintendo 64, like a lot of people my age, you were right around like 10 to 12 years old. And this thing hit hard, and the nostalgia feels were there. It has really been my motivation for a long time to collect the entire set due to the fact that I had such a fondness growing up for this system. I will say, my suggestion, my advice for collectors now, do not go for a complete set. You have a lot of filler titles, there's a lot of things that's wasted money, but in this specific instance, when it's been something you've worked on for a long time, just finish the goal. It's right there. It is officially one of 2 that I need in the collection, and it's at 115. I need to do some soul searching on this one. After finding European Tour on the Nintendo 64, I was immediately stoked. Obviously, it's one of 2 that I need in the collection. It makes sense. The problem is the plot thickens from there, because that was not the only PGA European Tour at the convention. And I was in a pickle because I was a vendor and a special guest at the same time and by myself. So leaving the booth, I could only do it for 5 to 10 minutes at a time. And I wasn't sure at what point I would be able to either A, game hunt, or 2, even have enough time to negotiate. And luckily, everything kind of started falling into place.
All right, I'm on a mission, so I gotta stick to it, but it's PGA European Tour on 64. It's one of the last two. It's $120 for no reason. PGA European Tour.
Yeah.
You've got it in the box.
Yes.
See, it's 80 bucks. Is that the best you can do?
70 bucks. I only had it for a week.
Really?
And your tracking pin for a bit.
What'd you say?
And your tracking pin.
Oh, there you go. Are you from Seattle?
I'm a Golden Knights fan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Little traditional.
It's number 295. Another guy has it, but he wants 120 for it. And it's a little cleaner, but it's not even close. So your price is incredible. And it's got an end label on it.
No, like dude, never mind, 90 bucks.
We did it. We only had 2 games left. Nintendo 64. This score has been absolutely nuts the entire time that I've done this. Sometimes I've hated it. Sometimes it's been really difficult. But today, I got hooked up. So I originally showed you guys that that first booth that had PGA European Tour for $115. But I ended up getting this one for $75. It's a golf game that I am not particularly interested in, but as 2, I had to do it.
I will say, finding PGA European Tour was an awesome find. That was one of those games that started jumping up in value about a couple years ago. You probably could get it for a long time for about 20 bucks. And then over the last like 3, 4, even 5 years, you've seen that thing gradually go up. I was seeing some of them for almost $120 based on condition. The fact that I got this one for only $75 was a huge deal. And even then, that's very expensive for a Nintendo 64 game, but for one that actually completes the entire set, it was absolutely a necessity. With this going on the wall, PGA European Tour finds itself a spot right next to the last game that I need for the Nintendo 64. So the N64 score will be complete the moment that I get Super Bowling. So this next year, guys, of conventions, of traveling, of YouTube videos is literally going to be me hunting for Super Bowling. And it's not just to pick up Super Bowling at any price. I want to get the best deal possible. So join me on that adventure. I'm excited. It's going to be intense. It's going to be crazy. I'll probably be disappointed a lot of the time, but hopefully you guys are around for the journey. If you guys like what I got going on, you like my silly content, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate all of you watching. And 2025, pack is back, baby.